Scissors, sharpen, old umbrellas.
Medicine peddler?
No.
Come in, sir.
You are the proprietor, sir?
I am. What can I do for you?
My name is Bisbee, B.D. Bisbee. Advance agent for Huguenine's great and only international circus, which is willing to show in this town, provided the conditions are favorable.
You don't say.
I have here one of our most artistic posters, showing every detail of this unforgettable hippodrome, which I'll be glad to put up here. I will also put up myself and horse at the same time. And no part of it, sir, will cost you 1 cent.
You mean that I should board you free and let you tack that bill up in here for nothing, too? I don't do business that way, brother.
The loss, sir, will be yours. This happens to be no ordinary poster. It shows the man eating lion, the lady rider in her English riding clothes, and the acrobats, male and female, in tights. Is there another tavern in the town?
Canastota House, right across the canal.
Thank you, sir.
I'll show you the way.
Thank you, my good man.
Hey, mister! Mr. Bisbee!
What?
Bring it back.
Ready?
Do you work here?
Yes, ma'am, day and night.
Come here. I want to get a room.
Oh, I'll call Mrs. Mott.
Oh, no, wait, just a minute. What's your name?
Hanna, Chad Hanna.
Well, Mr. Hanna. I have a little problem. For one thing, I don't want to be seen. I mean, I don't want to have to go through there.
you won't, you can go up the back stairs.
Another thing, would you be willing to do me a tremendous favor?
I certainly would, ma'am.
Might involve telling a lie. Would you mind that?
No, ma'am, I'd like it.
My name is Albany Yates.
Yes, Miss Yates?
If a man in a buggy comes by asking for me, a Mr. Shepley, would you mind telling him that you haven't seen me, that I haven't been here?
Oh, you want me to fight him, anything like that?
No, I just don't want him to find me.
Oh, you don't have to worry anymore, Miss Yates. I'll take care of it.
You're very nice. Perhaps I can do something for you someday.
Mrs. Mott! Mrs. Mott! You don't even have to think about it anymore. Miss Mott, this is Miss Yates. She wants the room. She don't want to go through the bar.
I don't blame her. Come right in, Miss Yates.
Thank you, Mr. Hanna.
Miss Albany, he's got a mighty fine horse. Where'd you come from? You're all right. Yeah, where'd you come from,
That's Mr. Huguenine himself, sole owner and proprietor of this gigantic hippodrome.
Well, that's the girl that stayed here last night.
So that's where she was.
One ticket purchased at that red wagon entitles you to see the entire performance as you see it painted and pictured out here. You will see the most ferocious of all wild animals, that man-eating lion from Africa.
How come you ain't out there seeing her?
How come I ain't drinking champagne wine with a big cigar in my mouth?
She's a pretty little trick.
Well, I may get to see her tonight if I can dig up some... Say, Trid, you couldn't spare me 50 cents, could you, just till Saturday?
I don't know, but I might put you in the way of making a little money. And easy, too. That's what I come down to talk to you about.
Today?
Today, tomorrow, anytime. All you got to do is keep your eyes and ears open and pass along any news you hear.
Well, what is it?
You ain't gonna tell anybody, are you? Because it's confidential.
What is it? I ain't gonna tell nobody.
You ever see one of them before?
So that's what you are, a slave chaser.
Chad, it looks to me like you always look for the very worst name you can find to put on a man.
I always wondered where you got your money.
It's legal, ain't it? That's the law. If you find a runaway slave, you got to send him back, ain't you? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yes, and what's more, the law says if you don't send him back, if you do anything to help him, you're the one that goes to jail.
What's that got to do with me?
You'd like to make a little money, wouldn't you?
How?
Just keep your eyes and ears open. You're around the tavern all the time. You hear everybody talking. Do you hear anything about a slave? Just pass the word along to me, that's all.
And if I do that, what do I get for it?
$5 a tip, with no questions asked.
Yeah. Think I could get a little advance?
Huh. Want to see the show, woman, eh? You bring me some news, then you get the money. Especially about this one. Because he's somewhere right around in this neighborhood.
Chet. You Tread home?
No. Who are you?
My name's Hanna. Chad Hanna. Leave any word for me?
Not with me. Hey, Ma. You want to come in? Hey, Ma. Here's a man wants to know if Pa left any word for him. His name's Hanna.
What about?
Didn't he tell you?
About Caroline?
No, about a runaway slave.
That blamed slavers give us more worry. Tree'd spend a lot of money looking for him. If you don't catch him, it's going to be a pure loss.
Oh, he told me if I heard anything, come tell him.
You know something about him?
I know where he is.
That's a relief. Poor Treed. Out hunting for him day and night in all kinds of weather. Enough to break your heart, Mr. Hanna.
Where is he?
Well, what about the $5 he promised me?
Well, how do I know you ain't fooling?
You don't.
Can't you wait for Treed to come back?
No, ma'am. If I don't get the money now, the whole thing's off. That part of it's important.
Well, he could come down to see you later tonight.
Ain't gonna be no later tonight. It's now or never.
Turn your back. All right. Where is he?
He's on the Jarvis place, corner of the Hickory Grove. He's hiding in a potato hole.
You better not be lying, you know.
I ain't lying. He's there, all right. Night.
Think you can trust him?
He wouldn't lie.
$5 is a lot of money.
Henry Prince.
Don't come near me, white man.
It's all right. I'm a friend. Diney, the colored girl, sent me.
What do you want?
Get you out of here. You put that knife away.
Don't try to fool me, white boy.
Listen, I haven't got time to fool around. You come with me and you get out of here. You sit there and the slave chasers is gonna grab you, and I make up your mind quick.
I was a hurt man. I know where I can walk.
Well, you're gonna have to find out pretty quick. What happened?
Man shot me. The other night, I was coming up the road, and this here white man, he step out and he say, "Your name Henry Prince?" Before I could say anything, he lammed away with his gun, hit me in the leg.
Well, come on, you can lean on me.
Where you aim to take me, boss?
Canada, but I ain't taking you. I'm sending you.
Canada? I know I ain't gonna be able to walk that far.
You won't have to. I got a wagon down here. It's near the road. Come on, come on. You ready?
Been ready for half an hour.
Well, here he is. Get in here, Henry, and cover up. This is Mr. Phillips. He's gonna look out for you.
May the Lord bless you and keep you, boss.
Where's the money?
Here it is, and you better hurry.
Hey, wait a minute. This ain't $5. It ain't but $3.50.
That's all I could get, honest.
But you told me $5. You told me the man was going to give you $5. What are you doing, holding out on me?
Tom, cross my heart and hope I may fall dead at your feet this minute if that's not all a man could give me.
All right. Well, if I'd have known that.
I want a good seat, a 50-cent one.
There you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the outstanding talent in school riding in the world today.
Turn loose, Fred, turn loose!
You still haven't told me where you spent last night.
I told you 10 times I stayed at the tavern.
The stable boy said not.
Because I told him to tell you that, because I'm sick of your crazy jealousy, and because you or nobody else owns me.
You're a liar.
Lady Lillian and her educated horse Bucephalus in their famous equestrian.
an act acclaimed throughout the universe.
Listen, Albany, Fred didn't mean no harm. You tell Fred Shepley for me that I'll thank him to mind his own business. I may not be perfect, but I certainly don't have to take any comments from some high rider who can't even do a somerset.
But he didn't mean it that way, honey. He just wasn't thinking, that's all. Fred's crazy about you. He told me so himself, and you know you like him.
I don't want to hear any more about it. Good night.
But listen, Huck.
Good night.
Why I ever left a farm to get into this business is something I cannot understand. What I ever did to deserve such punishment is more than I can figure out. I wish I had my farm back.
Hello?
Why, hello, Mr. Hanna.
You was certainly fine in the tent there.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell me you was a circus rider?
I just didn't think of it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I nearly not came till I seen you in the parade.
Thank you again.
You're about the prettiest little thing I guess I ever did see.
You certainly don't mind speaking right out, do you?
I don't mean to be fresh, you understand, because believe me, I'm...
That's because I believed you.
You little cat.
You want to see what I got for giving you that $5? Look, that's just the top ones. The others that you can't see are worse. And I thought you was so nice.
Oh, don't do that, please. Maybe I can do something.
Looks like you get around quite a bit.
Well, I didn't mean anything.
You boys never do. Don't cry. It won't do you any good.
I know if I go home without that money, you kill me.
Come on inside. Come on. Go on up the steps. Lie down and rest a little. You'll feel better.
I'll pay it back. I'll get the money somewheres.
Why don't you go back to your pigs and stay there?
Hey, you, come here. Come here, quick, hurry.
You helped that slave get away, didn't you?
All I done.
That's fine. I'll look out for you. I tell you, I don't even know who you're talking about.
He's got dark hair, a smooth face. He don't look like much.
Well, neither do you, for that matter.
Well, there are no strangers on the lot.
No?
No, I've looked all over.
Then maybe you can tell me what you were shutting in that wagon just now.
Where?
There! Well, here we go now.
But he's mistaken if he thinks I was hiding anyone. However...
Wait a minute! There's somebody in this wagon. I hear him.
That's my pa's voice.
Who is it?
It's me. I'm here. What do you want?
Oh, I don't want nothing to do with no show woman. Oh, pretty slick, ain't you? Think you can put something over on your country cousins, don't you? This ain't the one. That's the one that's locked.
I've told you which one it was.
Never mind this. Open that one.
Open it up or I'll put you under arrest.
If you insist.
Come Come out of there, Hanna. Either you're coming out, or I'm...
It's all right, Oscar. You may go back to sleep now.
Does that help?
Oh, yes. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Don't try. Circuses are made up of kids who run away from home with welts on their back.
Don't breathe so hard, Bettina. You throw me right out of line.
Skip some right there, A.D.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dressed up.
It's Sunday. I'm going into town.
Pretty hat.
Thank you. And thank you for keeping Buck so nice looking.
You ain't mad anymore?
Why should I be mad at you?
I don't know, but I've been around a week and you ain't hardly said good morning.
I couldn't quite make up my mind whether I liked having you take up with the show.
I took up with the show to get away from the sheriff.
But you could have left us as soon as we got away from Canastota.
I know it.
Are you done, Mr. Shipley? Are you going to practice anymore?
No, you can have the ring.
Thanks.
Besides, I wasn't mad at you anyway.
Then I don't see why you acted like you were.
No? Maybe it was just like I said. I didn't know if I liked you being with us. And maybe I just didn't want to talk to you.
Well, what changed you?
Maybe I made up my mind that I like you.
Anything in pants, huh?
Hey, Joe. What's happening there? Albany ain't married to him, is she?
No, but you'd think so, the way they fight, wouldn't you?
Don't be afraid.
Good luck, honey.
Don't get scared. You can't fall. Ready?
Ready?
Yes, come on. Ready. Are you stepping up there? Relax, please. It's too much. On your knees. 1, 2. 1, 2. On your knees. That's it. Let go of my hand. Sit on your horse. Sit. Try again. On your knees. 1, 2. Let go one hand. One hand. The other hand. Now both hands. On your knees. 1. Yes, both. Both
at me, look at the horse, please. Now stand up. One. Up. Take your reins. Grab your reins. Stand up. Stay up there. Raise your head. You got it. Straighten up. Where you going? Grab your horse. That's what you're doing. The head of the horse, not the tail. Get up there. Get up there. Pull the turn round on top of the horse. Get your horse. That's it. Whoa.
You want to learn to ride, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Then get up, get on the horse.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that Bisbee? Now, what's he doing back here? He ought to be in Syracuse. Now what?
Trouble.
I don't reckon I'll ever get this shave done. Here, Bettina, get me some hot water. Now, what is it?
Burke and Walsh are playing Syracuse Tuesday, day after tomorrow.
Well, that's the day we're playing Syracuse.
That's the trouble. I was just talking to Burke in the tavern. He says we better not try it or he'll bust us.
Well, what right is he to tell us what we can or can't do? The roads are public.
Well, he's got one right. His show's 3 times bigger than ours.
How many's with him at the tavern?
Oh, he's alone.
Then what are we waiting for?
No, that ain't the way. Ain't no use of starting trouble. It'll be here soon enough by itself. What do you think, Bisbee?
Well, if you say play, we'll play and see what happens.
Maybe the juggler could throw knives at him.
Now, what does Burke want to act that way for? He's already got an elephant. Looks like that'd be enough for any man. I never wanted this circus in the first place. All I done was take a mortgage from a fella, and what does he do but run away and leave it with me? Now, you tell Burke.
Suppose you tell him yourself. Here he is now.
My card.
Keep it. I know who you are.
And you know what I'm here for. I told that fellow that was tearing down my advertising.
Mr. Bisbee is the name.
I told that fellow that my show is playing Syracuse day after tomorrow.
Mr. Bisbee is the name.
I told Mr. Bisbee that I don't want to see this run-down turkey outfit anywhere along my route. And that means Syracuse. You understand?
Hit him, A.D. He ain't very big. Here! You better watch your manners, mister.
But it ain't fair. We ain't hurt your business. You got a show with an elephant. We're just a little show.
Littler than you know.
What do you mean by that?
Albany!
Albany?
Albany!
Budlong,
Albany! You ready?
will you carry my baggage and take Buck over to the gentleman in that new red carriage?
Yes, Miss Albany.
Where are you going, Albany?
She's going with me to be with my show.
But you can't do that. I got a contract with you.
She's breaking the contract.
And you wouldn't do that anyway. Would you?
I'm sorry, A.D., but Mr. Burke has made me a very handsome offer, and I've accepted it.
But without no notice. And you, the biggest act we got. Let her go.
Please try to understand, Fred. I know it looks bad, but which one of you wouldn't do the same thing if you had the offer? I want money, and Mr. Burke's gonna pay me. I'm sorry, Fred. I'm sorry, too, that we quarreled. It may be too late, but you're the only one that matters.
Let's go, Albany.
Albany, you can't do this to me.
I hope this will teach you not to buck up against a real show again.
It ain't taught me but one thing, and that is that we're playing Syracuse day after tomorrow or bust. I may not be a real circus man. There ain't nobody like you can tell me what I can do or what I can't do.
Mister, I warned you about that.
What'd you do that for? Now I gotta get me some more hot water. Don't look like I'll ever get this shaving done.
Don't you feel bad about Albany?
Oh, I never paid enough attention to her to bother one way or another.
I'm gonna miss her more than anybody.
I've been wanting to tell you I was sorry about that beat.
That don't matter anymore. The way I figure now, it was a good thing. It gave me a new way to live. A better way.
Pete says you're going to be the best tie rider in the country.
It's funny, ain't it?
What?
You and me being with the circus. Did you ever see me in Canastota?
I don't know. When I was driving down the canal, I used to drive past your house.
I never knew it.
Lots of times when we were hauling past Canastota at night, I used to think if I could keep away past Trid's house, I'd be all right.
Maybe I saw you. What'd you look like?
Oh, just like any other canaler, pretty dirty and ragged.
Maybe you even saw me.
I might have.
I didn't look like much, I guess. That's why I say it was good luck getting that whipping. I'm not dirty anymore. Everybody treats me nice. Maybe someday I'll be somebody. Getting warmer. Not much of a breeze tonight, is it?
Get in there, you.
Up to the next street.
A.D. Wait, A.D. Look, A.D., they've gone.
Go on back, Ike. Oh. Go on back, Ike. They've gone. Go on back.
Keep it going. Go straight ahead. Cut in there. They went up to the next block.
Now play. Play. Play!
You stay here. Move around after the performance. Find out what road they're taking out of town tonight.
Yes?
We're going now. We gotta get out of here. You ready, Pamplin?
We're ready for anything.
How about you, Pete?
We've got them.
Joe, you got your 10 pigs?
Yeah, we got them.
Now remember, everybody, stay together.
Together. Yes, sir.
Now, let's go. And keep away from that main road.
Jim, Mark, get.
What I'd like to use this thing on is a fellow that left me with this circus. Moses on the mountain. Here they are. Hey, Joe! Tell the women folks to keep out of the way.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bird. Happy New Year.
Everybody get your tent pegs ready.
What are you going to do?
Taking this sledge, we'll go after him.
Let's burn their wagons.
Halt! You take one more step and I'll spray you.
Yes, now, I'll hit somebody.
Well, I'll hit Mr. Burke, because I always hit what I aim at.
I guess we've had enough, ma'am. We'll go now.
Maybe. I don't know as I can trust you. I want to be told plain you're through. Come closer. I want to see you when I talk to you. Come on, closer. That'll do. Now, give me your word as a gentleman that you won't bother us again.
Yes, ma'am, I do. I give you my word.
Now I believe him. Come on, take him away. It was loaded. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, help! Help! Somebody, quick!
feels good.
Oh, I thought sure you was killed. Saw you fighting with that big man, and then both of you went off the bridge, and I said, he's killed. But you licked him, Chad.
What would you have done if Mrs. Huguenot had told you to shoot?
I'd have shot.
I believe you would at that.
Well, it's like my family now.
You like that, don't you?
Yes. I never owned any jewelry before. It's got perfumery in it. Smell. Don't know who it come from.
Why don't you?
Somebody just put it in the wagon the other day when me and Albany was out. Didn't say who it was from or to. Just said from a friend, so Albany said I could have it.
Didn't she want it?
She said it was cheap, but I liked it. You know, somehow it just feels like mine. It always has, ever since I first put it on.
It is. I sent it.
Chad, I'm so sorry. I'll send it to her right away.
It's for you.
For me?
Don't you want it either?
Why, Chad. Oh, I wouldn't let it go for $1 million. I love it, Chad. I love wearing it. I'll wear it forever.
Chad?
Yes'm?
A.D. wants to see you in the treasure wagon.
How you feeling, A.D.?
Thirsty. That doctor fella says I can't have no liquor. What I wanted to tell you is that you've got to take my place as ringmaster. I know you ain't been here long, and I know it sounds funny, but you've got to do it while I'm down.
Oh, I couldn't do that, A.D.
You've got to. On account of because there ain't nobody else.
Oh, what about Pete or Budlong?
No matter how you dressed them, they'd still look like roustabouts. Oh, Bettina, get my coat out, will you? It won't be hard. I got all the speeches all wrote out for you, and you've seen the way I handle the show. You may have a little trouble with the one I introduced the pamphlets with. There's one word in it that throws me every time. Gymsats.
Gymnasts, A.D.
Oh, yeah, gymsats. I don't seem to be able to say it.
Well, I don't see why you just don't say acrobats.
No, it sounds too thin. I'll try the coat on. Now, you try to say it.
Gymnasts.
And you ain't even been practicing?
Never even heard it before.
Here. Why, I can take that in all right.
Let him try the hat.
Oh, you can handle it, Chad. Even A.D. never got the whole hang of it. Why, do you know, he can't even shortchange people. Fella owned this circus before, said you could make 10% just on shortchanging.
I think it must be the shape of my hands.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but they catch him every time.
No. Oh, just hold it in your hand in a kind of a polite way. And I'll pay you 25 cents a day extra. Do what you can for me, Chatty. The doc says I got to go to Rochester and take some kind of baths and drink some of that water there. So it's up to you while I'm away.
Well, all right, A.D. I'll do the best I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now take pleasure in presenting for the first time in America the Pamplons, Mount Sear and Mesdames, the premier gymsats of Europe, acrobats.
Come on in. You ain't forgot your poor old pa, have you?
I didn't know.
You didn't know I'd be able to find you, huh? You ain't grown yet. You ain't too big to whip. put on your own clothes and come with me.
Oh, please, Pa, don't make me do that, please.
So you'd rather run around with circus folk, huh? Too good already to help out your Pa and Ma.
Oh, no, Pa, it ain't that, please.
Still my daughter.
It's because I'm somebody now. I'm making something out of myself. Oh, please, Pa, you hurt.
That ain't nothing to when I get you home, you hussy.
I ain't going home, I tell you. I ain't.
You ain't? Who says you ain't?
Me, for one. Let her go.
You're certainly tough with little girls.
Oh. So that's what you done, eh? Ran away with a man. Well, we'll just see what the law has to say about that.
I don't know anything about what the law is gonna say, but if you lay hands on my wife again, I'll break your neck.
You're lying. You never married her.
Ordinarily, I slap a man for that, but this time I won't because you're my father-in-law, I'm sorry to say.
When did you marry her?
When? Last week. It was Thursday, wasn't it? In Auburn. It was just a quiet ceremony.
This ain't the first time you tried to crook me, Hanna. And you ain't gonna get away with it. And I ain't forgot that I still got $5 in you either.
You're lucky, because it's more than I got in me or anybody else.
Well, I'll get it out of you yet.
I'll give it to you if I ever get it.
Chad.
Oh, never mind, honey. No, I guess you better leave now.
Well, I guess it won't take long to find out if you're lying or not. Because I'm going to Auburn myself and look on the books. And if it ain't there...
Goodbye, Pa.
Oh, Chad. Chad, what'd you tell him that for? Won't you be arrested?
I don't know. Seemed like a pretty nice sort of thing to happen.
Nice. Well, Chad, don't you understand? He's going to Auburn. He'll find out we aren't, and then what'll happen?
Oh. Well, what I mean is this. I've been trying for a week to talk to you about that, but I couldn't seem to bring up the subject.
Bring up what subject?
The subject of me and you getting married.
Well, why didn't you ask me?
You might not want to.
Oh, Chad, dear, you don't have to marry me. I love you. But if it's just because you said you
Well,
would...
don't get me to arguing around that. But since your dad brought it up, that's what I want to do. Will you?
Oh, of course.
When?
Anytime you say.
I guess Trid ain't such a bad old skate after all. That's what happens. They'll be through. You gotta get ready. I gotta announce you.
Attention to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Chad Hanna.
Bride and groom.
Chad and Caroline. Chad and Caroline.
Now, let's give us a speech.
Speech. Come on, now, let's hear it.
Come on,
Caroline. Say something. Yes, come on.
Chad and I want to thank you all. It's been a wonderful wedding supper, and I just hope everybody's as happy as I am.
Well, I'd just like to say to Bettina, I'm sorry A.D. couldn't be here. And I wanted to get some kind of wedding present for Caroline. Something nice, something she'd like. But seemed like I couldn't think of anything that seemed right. I don't know if I'm doing right or not, but I guess she'll understand. I'm giving her this $2 to buy a dress or something, or anything she wants, or she can just throw it away if she wants to, because it's hers.
Well, I'll try to get something you like, too, Chad.
Now, Chad, give her a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give her a good smack.
Give her
What's the matter, Chad?
Come on, Chad.
Give her a good smack.
Come on, Chad, go on. Kiss him.
Don't be afraid. Come on, give her a good smack.
There you go. Give him a good kiss.
No. And give her a good squeeze when you kiss her. Give her a good squeeze.
Yeah.
Squeeze. Come on there, Chad.
Come on, Chad.
Come on, Chad. Come on, give her a good squeeze.
Take a big
Come on, Chad.
Come on, one kiss.
Don't be
One little kiss. Stop you. Why don't you come on?
Give her a big squeeze.
Just what?
May I come in for just a moment?
Albany.
Albany, wherever I am, you're welcome. This is a happy occasion. Chad and Caroline were married this evening.
I know. I heard it in Penfield. And drove over to wish you the happiest marriage in the world. She's like my baby, you know. You're a lucky man, Chad. She's one of the sweetest girls in the world. Take good care of her.
I aim to.
I know you won't believe me, but I've missed all of you a lot. How are you, Fred?
I'm all right.
Well, I didn't mean to spoil your party. I just couldn't help coming over to wish them joy. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, Albany.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, Albany. What does she want?
What'd she come here for?
Oh, she is sweet, in spite of what they say. Don't you think so?
I wish she was dead.
Chad. Why'd you say that?
Well, you'd think before busting in on a party, she'd wait to be invited, wouldn't you?
Is that the only reason?
Sure, honey. To Mr. and Mrs. Huguenine.
Chatty. How are you? Glad to see you.
How are you, A.D.?
Bring up a chair. Oh, before you sit down, there's a bottle of whiskey under the bed tick under my feet. Get it out, will you? There's a glass. You see that water in that pitcher's over there? It's all right. If you want to drink water. Oh, don't put none in mine.
You look kind of hot, A.D.
I am, but that's part of the treatment. That fella that butted me shook up all my insides. All I do is take baths and sweat, and take baths and sweat. It's a tough business, boy. Yeah, take one yourself. Well, how's things going, Chatty?
Well, it's the cat, A.D. He ain't well.
What's the matter with him?
Well, his indigestion's upset.
Well, if that don't beat all. Chad, it looks like in the circus business it never rains, but it pours. 5 years ago, if anybody had told me I'd have been laying in a hotel in Rochester worrying about a lion,
Have you dosed him?
Turpentine, calomel, everything. Joe even took him out to graze, see if he wouldn't eat some grass.
Say, how about trying a bottle of this water on him?
You reckon it'd be all right?
Why not? It's all right for me, ain't it? Pull that wire over there. Go ahead and pull it. You didn't hear a thing, did you?
No.
That's the trick of it. It's a hotel invention. It rings somewhere, and after a while, a fella shows up. Now, you come over here and sit down, and you'll see a fella come up here with a bottle of that water. There, what'd I tell you? Come in.
Here you is, sir.
No, don't open it. It's for a lion.
Sir?
Say, you ought to know something about lions.
Me, sir?
Well, you're both from Africa, ain't you?
No, sir, not me. I was from Virginia. There ain't no lions there.
Well, I thought you might have some kind of an instinct or something.
No, sir. The only instinct I got about lions is to keep away from them. Yes, sir.
Well, if an African don't know what to do, we don't, that's sure. We just gotta feel our way. Here, Chad, take this bottle. Give Oscar half of it before his meet tomorrow. Save the other half. Maybe I'll take it. It costs money, you know.
Well, I'll try it.
Well, we might as well get at it. You got the pipe?
Yeah. Here, I'll hold it. You pour.
Nice, Oscar. Nice, Oscar.
Now, give me the funnel.
Nice, baby. I've done a lot of mean things in my time, but he trusts me. Looks on me as his friend.
Wait a minute.
Nice, Oscar. You're all right. Well,
Easy, Ike.
He ain't gonna look on you as no friend if you drown him.
Oh. You got a good hump, though.
Yeah. Nice, Oscar. His medicine. Eyes look peaked up.
Ladies and gentlemen, if any member of the audience will volunteer to get into the cage with this fierce, man-eating lion, we will be delighted to accommodate you. Do I hear a volunteer?
Well, I do. My mother-in-law's up there, and if she don't see somebody in that lion's den, I'm the one that'll catch it.
Have you made your will?
Yes, sir. I left my mother-in-law to my wife. They deserve each other.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know if the lion will be able to stand that suit.
That's all right. I'll change. When you see one you like, just stop me. You better speak soon. Well, here goes.
That's fine, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, like him of Holy Writ, this modern Daniel will get into the lion's cage and make himself at home, reclining beside this savage king of beasts on terms of friendship and affability incredible to the beholder.
Nice, Oscar.
Get it out of here, quick. All over and out. All over and out. All over and out.
He's dead. He's dead. He died in my arms.
Who done it?
Nobody done it, A.D. He just died.
A.D. Hanna, you're responsible for this.
Now, see here, don't go making a fool of yourself.
Listen, we nursed that cat like a baby. He just wore out, that's all.
He was all right when I left here, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. We just didn't want to worry you.
Take off my coat. Give it to Padina so she can let it out to fit me again.
Well, who told me to give him Rochester water?
Now, don't you go blaming it on the Rochester water. I must have drunk 100 gallons of it. It didn't kill me, did it?
You ain't no lion, A.D.
Hannah, you've been a Jonah ever since you come with this show. I pick you up and save you from the sheriff, and ever since then, it's just been one thing after another.
That's not fair, A.D.
Ain't Chad's fault, A.D.
I give him a chance to run the show, and what does he do? Kill the cat.
I never killed no blame cat.
The cat just died by itself.
How do I know that?
Why, you big tub-o-lard. I don't have to take that kind of talk from anybody. I'm staying right here till you check the accounts, and then I'm through. I quit.
Give me my coat. You're fired.
You can't fire me. I just quit.
Oh, please, darling.
My hat, too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and I hope it gives you a headache.
Now you're fired officially.
I don't care what you call it, but I'm through.
And now it's gonna rain.
Chad, A.D. says you can stay. I just talked to him, and he says you can have your old job back.
Oh, he did he?
He's awful worried, Chad. He's not himself.
That'd make me look fine, wouldn't it? You a high rider drawing on $15 a week and me a roustabout at 75 cents a day. That'd look fine.
Chad, you're gonna take it, aren't you?
Why should I?
Chad.
When'd you get these?
It's Albany's. I found it in the cupboard. Chad, you wouldn't leave when the show was bad off.
Why not?
Well, I wouldn't. Albany Yates might, but I wouldn't.
Do whatever you want. Go or stay. I don't care.
And you?
He's changed everything. It's all different now. Wasn't enough. He's got to bullfrog me in front of everybody. He's made me and you different. You're headed somewheres. Now I'm just nothing.
Chad, what difference does it make who makes the money? Belongs to both of us, doesn't it? Look, supposing we weren't circus people and you got sick and I had to go to work. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I don't think I could stand it that way.
You wouldn't want me to go with you, would you?
You wouldn't want to do that.
No, I wouldn't, but I would in a minute, Chad, if I thought it'd do any good. You remember when you gave me this? I've never told you what it did for me, have I? I knew you'd given it to me, Chad, for the first time in my life, I didn't feel cheap anymore. I wanted to be somebody. Somebody worth being. I was so proud to marry you, I just couldn't find the words to tell you. But from that very minute, Chad, I've tried to do every exact thing that I thought you wanted me to do. So you'd be proud, too. But for some reason, I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to make you proud at all. I've just made you sorry.
You're crazy.
I guess maybe it's me that you couldn't stand any longer. I guess maybe I know why. Come in.
Chad? Where's Chad? A.D. wants to apologize to him.
I didn't say I wanted to. I just said I'd do it.
He's gone.
Why, he couldn't, honey. Didn't you tell him?
I was going to tonight, but it wasn't the time. Wouldn't have been right the way he was tonight. You oughtn't to try to keep a man that way.
Now what's she talking about?
But what better way is there?
Well, I just couldn't.
Will somebody tell me what's the matter now?
Chad's gone and Caroline's in a delicate condition.
Well, Albany gone. The cat's dead. Chad's run away. And now the high rider's gonna have a baby. What else do you reckon could happen to a circus? Rochester water.
Talk to you, Albany?
Why, yes. Have you left Huguenine's show?
Uh-huh.
Are you here alone?
Uh-huh.
We're playing Cooperstown tomorrow. Would you like to drive over there with me tonight, after the show?
I'd like to. I'll meet you on the lot. To Cooperstown.
It's raining worse, Chatty, and I'm scared to go on. We might get stuck in the mud.
Good evening, ma'am. It's raining. Have you got any rooms for tonight?
How many of you are there?
2.
I guess I can take care of you.
You go on in. I'll put the horse away. Where's the stable, ma'am?
Right there with the big doors open.
Thank you. Which way for me, ma'am?
Down the hall, second door on the right.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like for you to wake me in the morning, but not too early.
About 5.
About 1:45, I guess. Night, ma'am.
Good night.
Well, excuse me.
Come in. Come in and shut the door, quick.
How come this?
I couldn't help it. This is the only room she's got.
You mean you said we was married?
I didn't know what else to say.
Well, it's your idea. Looks to me like rain or no rain, we'd ought to stuck to that buggy.
Come on over and help me move this screen, will you? You can put it right here. I'm afraid that's not going to be very comfortable for you.
What do you mean?
Well, that bench might be all right to sit on, but I don't know how it's going to feel as a bed.
Oh, you want me to sleep there?
Well, Chad, you can take your choice. You can either sleep there or on the floor.
Then,
I don't think so.
I just wanted to know.
I understand. You wouldn't like to sleep in the stable, would you?
No.
Then let's don't be childish about it.
I'm not childish. That's the trouble.
Aren't you comfortable, Chad?
I'm fine.
I can't sleep.
You want to swap beds?
I think it's seeing you again, Chad. It's got me to thinking and remembering and wondering about you and me and Caroline and Fred.
What about us?
How we met that night at Canastota.
I remember.
You liked me even then, didn't you?
I liked you the minute I laid eyes on you.
I liked you too. But look what happened. You and Caroline got married and Fred and I didn't. And yet the same thing happened to both of us. We both lost.
What's the matter?
Don't you know?
What are you looking at me like that for?
Why, you're in love.
I told you that.
But not with me.
Are you going crazy?
You're in love with your wife.
In love with her? I'm married to her. I even left her.
Chad, honey, you may be able to fool yourself, but not me. Not after that kiss. I can always tell.
You mean I'm in love with Caroline and don't know it?
That's it. You're just doing things backwards. You marry first and then you fall in love. That's all.
Well, what about the way I feel about you?
Don't you understand? You fell in love with a beautiful circus rider, that's all. All country boys do. That's what the circus rider's for. If country boys didn't fall in love with the beautiful circus riders, there wouldn't be any circuses. I guess both of us were trying to make a little more of it than it was. That's what comes from not being with the one you really love. But someday I'll find him again.
You sure about me and Caroline?
Positive. Where are you going?
Out the stable. If that's true about me and Caroline, I better get out of this room right now and stay out.
Van Buren, is everything all right, sweetheart? Are you well, sweetheart?
Come and get him.
Who's that? Leave that elephant alone.
Cut him off, will you?
Back, Van Buren. He wouldn't hurt a flea. Back, I tell you. Just don't pick on him, that's all. He hates to be picked on.
Who don't?
Live and let live. That's Van Buren.
That's Van Buren, huh?
That's him. You've heard about Van Buren.
No, not till just this minute. Where'd you get him?
Why, I inherited him.
Inherited him? How do you inherit an elephant?
From Captain Churchill, my boss. He brought him to this country 15 years ago to help me run his farm.
What can an elephant do on a farm?
Anything any farm animal in the world can do. Except, of course, he can't give milk.
What are you doing with him here?
Last month, Captain Churchill died, and that's when I inherited Van Buren. But I wasn't allowed to keep him. The widow Churchill wouldn't let me. She don't like him. On the other hand, Van Buren don't like her. That's why he chased her up a sweet gum tree last week. He was just playing. But you know how women are narrow. That's why I had to sell him to that circus. Burke's.
Burke's?
But Van Buren understands.
Have you got your money yet from Mr. Burke?
Not yet. I'm meeting the circus at Cooperstown tomorrow, and then I'll get it.
In other words, all you've really done is to promise Mr. Burke you're going to sell Van Buren to him.
And I'd just as soon be selling my wife to a circus, if I had a wife.
What'd you say your name was?
Proudfoot. Elmer Proudfoot.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Proudfoot. Hanna's my name.
Glad to know you, Mr. Hanna.
Well, sit down, Mr. Proudfoot. Sit right down.
Thank you.
Let's you and me have a nice, quiet little talk.
That's very kindly of you, sir.
Not at all. Not at all.
Would you like to see the circus for a dime?
How about for a nickel? I lost the fee. How about for nothing?
No, I don't think so. I don't like a circus that ain't even got a monkey.
It's a mean crowd out there tonight. They're looking for trouble. Well, what's the matter with her?
This child can't go on, A.D. She's got a dizzy spell. She nearly fell down.
Oh, no, I'm all right now.
Well, what's the matter with her?
If I've told you once, I must have told you 40 times what's the matter with her.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting.
It's them canal boat fellows.
They're always bad on Saturday night.
Well, looks like they could leave us alone for the last night.
Oh, gosh, I gotta announce what she's gonna do. Well, is she gonna ride or ain't she?
Oh, I'm gonna ride, of course.
Oh, honey.
Give me a leg.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't, honey.
I'm going to ride with you. We'll do that act we practiced. Tonight's our last chance.
The only female rider now performing in New York State.
What are you trying to sell, horse liniment?
Sing Norini Carolina, the Sylphide of the air.
All right, let the show start.
Better than that on our own milk.
Are you all right?
I'm all right.
I wish I hadn't let her ride tonight.
Don't look at the audience. Ready? Ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
And? And.
My goodness.
Sit down. It's all right. I'll take her. She fainted.
Bring on the show. I thought there was going to be a circus here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but it's all over and out. The whole thing is a fake, that's what it is.
Who are you trying to fool? What in the world? Let's see a circus here.
Hey.
When does the show start?
Please!
What do you say we turn on a horse here?
Look out! Danger! The biggest and fiercest animal in the history of creation. The mighty and magnificent Mogul.
It's an elephant.
Big as a mountain.
Caddy boy. Where's Caroline? She's sick. She's fainted. She's with Bettina.
Get away, I tell you, she ain't gonna see you.
Bettina, you let me in there, I'm gonna bust the door down.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Now, see here, we can't both of us get through here at once. I tell you, if it was me, soul and body, a giraffe.
Oh, wait a minute, Bettina, let me in here. You can't do this to me, Bettina. Let me in there. Come on, Bettina.
Hey, you get that giraffe out of here.
Now what?
Make her let me in there with my wife. She says that's a giraffe. Tell her what it is.
Listen, honey, that ain't no giraffe. A giraffe's the one with the long neck and the polka dots. Can't you remember? This here's an elephant.
Elephant? Well, what does he eat?
Hay, honey, just hay.
Well, thank goodness for that. But if he ever gets a taste for meat, Caroline...
Chad!
Listen, Chad, just one thing, then we won't bother you no more.
Will you go away?
Just tell me one thing, that's all. How did you get that elephant?
I gave him a quarter interest in the circus.
A quarter interest? Looks like he could have made him take more than that. To think of me owning a circus with an elephant. It's like a beautiful dream.
Pa. Daddy.